Okay. So before discussing in details of the functions, it is very important about the introduction and basics of the function. So that's why yesterday, I discontinue about the introduction of the functions and more concepts of the function. I discontinued about this discussion. So it is very fundamental and a required source to usage of the function. So please try to understand how to declare the function. Okay, basically we can find here first comment is here declaration of the function. Okay, next next define the function and declaring the function, define the function and call the function and called. Okay, in the calling we can observe two things again. That one is called function, next one is the calling function. Okay, so come to the definition. As per our variable declaration, okay, all things please assumed before going to the functions. Okay, in this definition, you have to provide the body of the function. Here you can see the body of the function. Body of the function is not only a single instruction, more number of instructions are there. So there is no limit for the number of instructions. Okay, body of the function is also called as subpart or subpart or subprogram. Okay, how we can write the programming in main function. Main is a function. Okay, that starting from open brace to ending brace. In between open brace and ending brace, we can give many number of instructions. Like that, we have to give for the body of the function also. There is no restriction for for the body of the function. No restriction about the number of instructions or type of the instructions. There is no restriction. So that's why it is a subprogram. This function is there are so many different words are there for the functions. We can call function, subprogram, block, subroutine, okay, method, member function. All the names are collectively called as functions. So just it is a block. The block contains any number of any instruction, but that must provide a particular function meaning. So that is the better direction of the function. Okay, so that is the function. Okay, before going to that, just let us uh, brief brief about the functions. Okay, these are the functions. Okay, functions are two types: user defined functions, system defined functions. Predefined means system defined function, user defined function. Next, library functions. Library functions means system defined function. Okay, we know this printf, scanf, all these called as library functions. Next, user defined function. You have to provide body and the name of the function, all these. Okay, okay, in these slides uh, we can check the in details about the user defined function, elements of the user defined function. Here there are three elements of user defined functions are there. There are three elements of user defined functions are there. One is okay, one is function definition. Function definition, function call, function declaration. Okay, these are very fundamental components of elements of the function. How to declare the function before using the variable? You have to declare. Otherwise, we are getting error. And also, after declaring, you have to provide some information to that variable. Without defining the variable, we cannot use in the following program. So that's why first you have to declare, then you can define. Then function call is nothing but just like variable is defined, and variable used in the following program. This function call is also is nothing but function call is nothing but usage of that function. The function, okay. Okay, here you can see What is calling function? What is call function? In the main function, function 1 is there. Okay, we can define, okay, the right side part is the function definition, is the function definition. The left side part is the main function. In the main function, we are using function call, function call. Okay, whenever function call is occur, directly it can access the body of the function. Okay, before accessing the body of the function should match with the header of the function. Should match with the header of the function. What is the header? Okay, here what type of function call? What is the data type? What are the parameters are there? All parameters, all data type must be matched with the header of the function. What is header? The top line of the header. What is the top line of the header? Data type, function. Data type means type of the data. Function name, the function name uh, must be same. Next, here what are the passing parameter for the functions? No parameters. Here also no parameters. Then both functions are matched. If both functions are matched, then body of the function is going to execute. Body of the function, there are so many lines are there. All the lines are executed. After executing that all the lines within open and closed brace, all instructions are completed. Then again it return to the where it is called, it come to the main function part, and following function one is going to execute. Here you can observe one is called calling function, next one is the called function. So called function is always body of the function. Calling function, okay, this function one is the calling function. We can call many times from many locations. Within the main function we can call, within the function also we can call. So that's why it is called as calling function and called function. Okay, definition of, okay, in that way we can define calling function and called function. Okay, let us define function, definition of function. Function must be function name, function must be a name, function must be a type, list of parameters we have to pass, a list of parameters starting from 0 to n number of parameters. And in that function body we can define many variables, depends on the requirement. Next, function statement, function statement function statements means body of the function that contains more number of printf, scanf and all calculation part. All these things are function statements, that is called body of the function. Finally, and return statement. Okay, it is one of the additional statement. Okay, we are practicing with return statement. In the every program we are using final statement is the return statement. So these all parameters must be maintained in the functions. Okay, all these 6 elements are grouped into 2 parts, namely function header and function body. Function body. What is the function header? First 3 elements. What are the name and type and parameters? Okay, name, type and parameter. Okay, all these things we can practice in the programs. Before going to practice that, first let us verify the vocabulary and basics of the functions. Okay, how we can define? Definition of the function is divided into 2 parts: function header, body of the function. What is function header? That contains 3 elements. What are the 3 elements? I have to define the name of the function. We have to define the name of the function, and have to define the function type, that also called as return type. Okay, next, list of parameters, how many parameters we are passing. Okay, that is the first part, that is called as header. Okay, here the previous statement, top rightmost top is called as function header. Function header. Okay, what is the first one? Type. Next, function name, and open brace is called as open brace. The open brace and closed brace, in between the open and closed empty space is there. Here that specifies the number of arguments. Here 0 arguments are there. So In that way how to provide the list of parameters. Okay, next come to the body of the function. In the body of the function, here in the body of the function you have to define local variables and number of instructions and a return type. So the list of body of the instructions contains these type of methods, these type of parameters. Sometimes we can declare the local variables. Okay, we can define the function statements as well as return statement also. So it is the definition of the functions. Okay, um, okay, it is the best example. Okay, function type, that is a function data type, function name and parameter list, local variable declaration, executable statements, statements starting from 1 to many number of return expression. So in that way we have to define the first line, function type, function name, parameter list is known as function header. Next, remaining all comes to the body of the function. Next, function definition. Same function header, name and type. Okay. Okay. Next, formal parameters and formal parameters list and okay. What is formal parameter? Okay. Formal parameters are nothing but in function. Function contains two parts: header and body of the body of the program. In header, especially come to the parameters list. All these parameters list is also called as formal parameter. Formal parameters list. Okay, number of formal parameters list are allowed. Why we are using, actually that is called as parameters list. Why again we are use a different name, formal parameters list? Why? Because mm, we can apply the parameters list in two locations. Here in this example, here calling function contains how many arguments? 0. Called function contains how many arguments? 0. Okay, so actually here, if for suppose if calling function contains one argument, next same time the called function contains one argument. Here argument number must be same either in the calling function or called function. Called function is nothing but body of the function. In that body of the function, how many parameters? That number of parameters must be equal to the calling function. But number is same, but name of the function is different. Name of the parameter is different. Here calling function parameters called as actual parameter. Called parameters called as formal parameters. For formal parameters means, okay, let us check in the practice also. Okay, actual and formal. From where we are calling the function. In the calling of the function, what parameters we are passing, that is the actual information. Next, in this called function, what parameters we are copied from the called function. Okay, so formal parameters are also called as copy parameters. The copy parameters are used in the following part. So that's why we can use the name as a formal parameters list. Okay, function body. How to declare the function body? Okay, here also local declaration, function statement, return statement. Okay, and okay, return statement, return and their types. Okay. Next, return statements. Next, calling function. Okay, function declaration. Okay, next, okay, let us check. It is an important method. Categories of functions. Okay, we know the basic principles of the functions. According to the basic principles of the function, we categorize all functions into 5. Actually, in our discussion, we will finish only 4 categories. Okay, what is that? What is that? Function with no arguments. Okay, and no return values. That is the first category. Next, function with arguments. How many number of arguments? There is no limit. Nah, that is our wish. And no return value. Next, third category. Function with arguments and one return value. Next, Fourth one, function with no arguments but a return value. So this category of functions, it is very important to practice. Okay, from here onwards, we are entering into the practice session of the functions. Okay, in this discussion, we will finish the basic parts of the functions. Okay, let us go to the practical session. Okay, first one, let us think about the function with no parameters and no return time. Let us, okay, first try to understand the first four models. Okay, the first yeah, at initial time it may be some critical issue. Okay, once two models are finished, it's very similar. Okay, it's very simple compared to remaining parts also. So first let us try to understand the first model. Functions functions function without parameter or no parameters, no return time. Okay, so in this discussion only, first let us verify the from basics and then we can discuss this later. Okay, first for function you have to declare the function. Declare the function means you have to declare the name. Okay, declare the function. Okay, that is the first part. First part is declare the function. Second part define the function, and third part call calling function. How we can how how we can perform a function with the three directions. First let us give, okay, next let us give the declaration part. Okay, first int uh, sum is a function name. It is a type of the function. How we can define it is a with this symbol. It is a function. Open brace. Whenever one variable name attached with the function symbol, that is called as a function. Every function must be written a value. Every function must contains a one name. Every function must pass some parameters. A first parameter and second parameter. It's only declaration of function. Next, how we can define? Okay, int sum. What is the name of the function? Sum. What are the variables? A int. Please wait some time. Why? Because it is the first time we are discussing about the function. Okay, you will get some of the doubts. Please let me finish one program, then we can discuss. Maybe your doubts will be clear. Define. Okay, it is a define. Define contains two parts. Okay, header in this define contains wait. Uh, okay, define contains how many parts? First one is a function header. Function header. Function header. Function header. Function header contains, already we discussed, type of the function and type of the function name, next formal parameter. There is no limit, but in our function we define two variables. Next come to the, it is the It is the body of the function. Body of the function. This body of the function. Okay, what is our idea? Sum is the function name. What may be the sum? Okay, for suppose c equal to a plus b. Okay, here a is a formal parameter, b is one of the formal parameters. What about c? That is not declared within this function. That is declared in the function. It is not declared. So that's why as a local variable we can declare c also. So for this instruction I need only c declaration. Why? Because a b is accessing from the formal parameter. Okay, next uh, we can we can return 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 what value we can return c value. What value you can return? So entire instructions are called as is a part of body of the function. Okay, here you can observe in the declaration part into some two parameters are there. Okay, about the body of the function. What is the body of the function? Return type and the name and parameters must be specified. Okay, it is the body function definition. In this function definition, prototype of the function definition must be declared. What is the prototype? Okay, first type is the int type, next name, next what are the parameters? Two integer parameters, then close semicolon. So in that semicolon, you have to mention the types of the parameters, type of the return type, type of the function, and the name of the function. No need of declaring variables there. So then you can close the semicolon. Next here in the header, I doesn't use the semicolon. Why? Because a semicolon is not allowed in the function definition, function header. So here we are not going to use a semicolon here. So if the semicolon is there, the function is not going to execute. So that is the instruction. Next, how? Okay, we declare the function, we define the function. What is the body of the function? That is nothing but sum of two values, and it returns return c. Return c means what is the type of the function? That is the integer. So it returns the integer value whenever it is where it is called. So what type it returns? Integer. Okay, what is the return variable c? What is the type of c? Integer. Then it returns the integer c value to the calling function. So that must be the return variable type and the function data type must be matched. Okay, so next int. Then we can use the main function. We can use the main function. Okay, int. How many value? Okay, printf. Uh, enter two values. The two values. Next, here printf result is percentage d. Okay, sum of 2 comma 3. Okay, okay. This instruction is enough to perform sum of two values. Okay, first in this program we can find what is the starting instruction here. Declaration of function. Okay, before that you have to declare the header file also. Okay, here. Okay, Here declaration is there, definition is there, and main function section is there. Here program divides into how many parts? Okay, one is the main function, next one is the sum function. Okay, out of these two functions, which function is going to execute first? That is very important. So here only main function is going to execute first, even though the function is defined before the main function or after the main function, there is no difference. But main function is going to execute first. Here, if it is if main function is going to execute first, then what is the output? Enter two values that will be printed first. Next, printf the result is printed in integer comma. We are calling the function here. What is this function? Sum. Sum is function. Sum is the function. Here it is called uh, function call. Function call. What function call? Sum function. Okay, just verify this is a sum. Where it is defined? Okay, in the okay, in the sum function, how many parameters are defined in the sum function header? Two parameters. What is the first parameter? Int a. First one is the int type. Next one is also int type. Here also sum passing two parameters, two values. First one is the definitely integer constant. Second one is also definitely integer constant. Then okay, here the sum access two param. Okay, the two is copied into here. Whenever the function calling is there, just listen. Okay, a variable, a is a formal parameter. Here, 2 3 are the actual parameter. Okay, first two value is copied into a. Next b is copied into 3. 3 is copied into b. So this actual parameters are copied into formal parameters. Now, what is the value of a? 2. What is the value of b? 3. Then come to the following part of the body. C equal to a plus b. 2 plus 3, 5. Return C. Return C means the 5 written here. Written here through the data type. What is the some data type? Some return type is integer. Then the C 5 of integer is written here. Enter this function. It returns the 5 value. In what type? Integer type. Then if it is integer, we can use the format specifier D. Then 5 will be printed. Let us verify this out. Here, no errors. Then what is our output? Already we are passed some information. Okay, the function name is sum. In the sum, we are passing two value, three value. Two as a first parameter, three as a second parameter, and have to compare the function body also. Okay, the same style must be declared. Same style must be in the header of the function. Both three. Okay, here a declaration must be same number of parameters, same type of arguments, and in the definition header also must be maintained the same. And according to that, you have to call the function in the same manner. It returns the integer. Then what is our expectation? Output will be enter two values. The result is 5. So okay, all of you students, within 1 minute, our session is going to close. Okay, after closing the session, you have to re-log in. Okay, okay. So here, please cross-check this information. So, one function we declare sum as a function, and we define a sum as a sum method. what are the instructions in the function we declared, and some method declared and defined and called. How many parameters we pass? Two parameters. For suppose if you pass uh, floating values, okay, here one instruction is given, already some declared as integer, but I am given a float, so we must follow. Okay, then here only we can practice multiple ways. Then we can go to the four type of methods. Okay, here here okay, I will change the same program with a different parameter. Okay, from here only we can pass the values int x comma y, and result is z. Okay, enter x comma y or any two values. Scanf %d okay, access x value, access y value. Then z equal to sum of x comma y. Then we can print the z value. The z value. Okay. Just we can see. Okay, first, how many variables are declared? Three variables, x comma y, and result is stored in z. Okay, enter two values. By using scanf, we can pass two values. Okay, first value, what is the type of first variable? Integer. Second type is also integer. Next type is also integer. Next third type also integer. Then, okay, so this function, this calling function must follow the prototype. Prototype. Prototype means the function how it is declared. The function how it is defined means uh, is this function follow the definition and declaration types. Okay, how many parameters are there in declaration? Two parameters are there. What is the return type? Int type. Here it is satisfied. If it is written the function, what type it is written? Integer type. Integer type is written and that value assigned to z. Next, what are the how many number of parameters here declared? Two parameters. Next, what are the two types? Integer. Okay. If all conditions are satisfied, then only the function calling is executed properly. That is. Next, that returns some integer value, integer constant. The integer constant is stored in the z. Then we can print the z value. Okay, here we can discuss about formal parameters and actual parameters. Here, x comma y is called as actual 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 parameters. Okay, next here a comma b called as formal parameter. This actually what is going on here? Here x contains some value that is copied into a y contains some value that is copied into b. So x comma y are actual parameters, a b are called as formal parameters. Then here in this example, here again previously a assigned with 2, b assigned with 3. Now a assigned with x, b assigned with y. So x comma y, x and y is called as actual, a b are called as formal parameters. Now again a plus b, it get one of the arithmetic value that will be written. In what type it will return? Float into type. So here we are also receive the integer constant. So it is one of the model. Okay, there are so many models are there. we can use as per our requirement. Enter any two values. Okay, 4 and 5. Okay, for 4 is x value, 5 is y value. Okay, the result is 9. Okay, like that we can execute. Okay, next we can pass any value minus that returns valid input information. So in that way we can handle this method. Next we can check with the different data types also. Not only it is not fixed for integer. Okay, it is possible for any type of variable data. Okay, okay. Sometimes we can declare first parameter as a float. Next, float into combination. What will be the output? That becomes type conversion, implicit type conversion. So that's why it returns float as a return type. Next, return. Okay, as per the declaration only, you have to follow in the definition as well as the calling also. Float. What is the first parameter? First parameter is float. Next parameter is integer. Okay, we can change it, but we have to follow the declaration. Next, here, what is the output type? Output type must be float type. Next, here A is the float type, B is the int type. Then here type conversion, implicit type conversion is going on. So that's why A float of A plus integer B. Total it gives the float of C. Then return is float. Next here x must be float type, float of x. Here enter values. First value must be float type. Next here also x value must be float type. Not saved. That's why the same method is applying here. Next, return value also in that is must be declared as float type. Okay, then the return value in F. Let us check. No. Okay, what is the first parameter? That must be float. Second value that must be integer. So the result is displayed in floating type. So there is no restriction. Number of parameters are not restricted. Type of the parameters are return type is also not restricted. So it is a basic idea about the function. Let us go to the that four methods, four categories. Okay, okay. In the previous example, we discussed about uh, third category function with our function. We are passed two arguments and it returns one value. So we followed third category. What is that? Function with arguments and one return value. So how it is here? This function. Uh, this function. How many passing parameters are there? Two parameters. Next, how many return types are there? Only one return. Okay, for every function is always return only one return type, and it will access multiple number of formal parameters. Okay, 0 to multiple, and it always fixed. It returns only one data type, one return type. So that's why we completed a category of three. Let us check the remaining three categories. Very simple. Uh, uh, you are able to understand the previous method for number of formal parameters and one return type. Remaining all things are very simple. Okay, let us convert it as a first one. First one means no return type. So I have to specify the void here, no type. And how many parameters in the first type for category one? function with no arguments and no return type. So here also, here empty braces, no arguments, no return. The same, okay, have to follow in the definition part also. Okay, what is the type? No type, that is the void type. Next, how many parameters were passed? No type. Next, okay, without passing parameters, how we can perform, how we can give the instruction for body of the program? Let us check. Okay, in this type of functions, you have to declare all the required information as a local variable. So int a comma b comma c. Okay, here only we have to declare all the information. Okay, printf, enter two values, two values, we need to next scanf percentage d ampersand a comma ampersand b. Next, C is calculated. Here there is no return type, so that's why no need of use return. Printf. Here only you have to print the result. Result is percentage D. C. Okay. So in that way, how to declare the local variables, and you have to give the executable instructions. Why? Because we are not receiving any parameters in the from the main of the program, and we are not going to give any return value. So that's why within this function only you have to define all the things. Next, come to the main function. In the main function, from the main function to some function, we are not passing any variable. So that's why no variable declarations are. We are not passing any variables. Very simple to getting the, okay, this return function, this return is used in main of the function. So here it's enough to execute entire instruction. Why? Because what is the first instruction going to execute? Main body. What is the part of the main body? Sum. So there is no return type, there is no formal parameter. Just with the name of sum, it calls, it's the body of the function. Okay, in the body of the function, what is the prototype? No return type, no input parameters. So that's why directly calls the sum. Okay, all the instructions are executed. After completion of that execution, it comes to here. So this is the first model, uh, first category type model. Okay, let us execute this method. So by using function, we can reduce the complexity of the program. Okay, actually, enter the value is belongs to the sum. It is one of the instruction in body of the sum, and scanf is also body of the function, and calculation also body of the function. Printing the result also body of the function. Everything is written in the body of the sum function. So here you can see here by using function how the complexity is reduced in the program. So whenever we see the main function, again one of the function is there sum. We can evaluate what may be the sum. Sum is nothing but calculating arithmetic operation of some given input value. The same thing we are given in the body of the function. So by name of the function we can guess, and all required sum operations, some addition or sum operations are within the sum body is available. No instructions are out of the sum function. So it's very simple. Entire sum is restricted within the sum. Whenever you call the program calls the sum, entire thing is going to execute. but have to declare the some declaration. So it is a first type of the function. What is the first type of the function? We are not passing any parameters. We are not written any passing any. We are not written any return type. We are not passing. We are not getting any return type. Without passing, without getting, how we can perform in this way? We can perform the task. Next, I will take. Okay, no problem. Next, what is the next function? Category 3 completed, category 1 is completed, category 2. What is the category 2? Function with the arguments and no return type, no return value. You can also guess very easily. For functions, we can pass the return type arguments and don't return anything. In that way, have to make in the declaration part and definition part and calling part. Okay, what is that one? Function with the passing parameter, no return type. Okay, no return type means void is a valid. We can pass parameters. First parameter is integer. Second parameter is also integer. There is no fixed data type. We can follow as per your requirement. Okay, next header of the function definition also must be match. Int a, int into B. Okay. Then already AB are two formal parameters. No need of scanf AB. No need of the scanf. Next, C is declared as a local variable. C equal to A plus B. Then print the result. Why? Because we can print here. Why? Because there is no return type. There is no return. It is not the model to return the value. We restricted according to the category. So this category not return any value. If you are not return any value, you have to print or display here only. You can display here. Then here you can pass the information in 23. Okay, both okay, we are passing two integer parameters and we are not getting any return type. So that's why its instruction is enough. Then what will be the output? 23 plus 18. The result is 112. In that way, we can follow these four categories. Four categories. Fourth one. Okay, three categories are completed. Okay, right. One more category is a function with no argument but a return type, return a value. So that is a fourth category. What is that one? Function with no arguments. Again, the same no arguments, but it returns some type. Next here also return type is integer. What is the formal parameters? No formal parameters. No formal. If it is formal parameters are not there, have to declare as a local variables. Local variable can declare directly. Then C equal to A plus B and return C value. Why? Because return C. Return C. Then here no need of passing any information, but int result is a variable. Then result equal to sum. Why? No parameter, but it returns some value. So the same type must be declared and defined as per the mechanism how to prepare body of the function. Then you can print the result. printf result is percentage d. Okay, result. Then we can check the compilation. No error. Then okay, already we are assigning value for a and a value for b, that is c is evaluated and the c value is returned to the calling function. Here some calling function. What is the model of the calling function? We are not passing any parameters, but we are returning one parameter, one value that now that is passed into copied into result. The result is going to print. Okay, in that way we can finish uh, four categories of the function. Fifth is also possible with the help of pointers. It is not required